to preside over it. God's really going to do it, and the people of America are going to um, ask for divine uh, protection, assistance, deliverance, rededicate America to godly purposes. And he's doing it before the anniversary of the Constitution. Remember, the movie I mentioned, Great Awakening, it's about the Whitcoff um, Great Awakening in America. That was this um, 40-year period that preceded the signing of the Constitution, when America came alive and realized they couldn't be slaves anymore. They could not be slaves to England. It's why I personally prefer the Pilgrim landing at Plymouth. There was an early one in 1608 at Roanoke, or 1607 at Roanoke, but the people were dedicating to kind of the Church of England and to the Crown, and they were still, opening up a new land to the Crown. That's not what the Pilgrims did at all. They dedicated the land to God Almighty, and they were cutting themselves off from the crown. They were sovereigns, every man a sovereign, every man a king. No more kings ruling us from afar and taxing us from afar. And the Roanoke burned out. They didn't last. The Pilgrims lasted. That's the Mayflower. That's why we note our history back to the Mayflower, not to the Roanoke. And that's the one that God blessed. And so that's what Trump is doing before we get to July 4th, is remembering how America and the people were dedicated to the service of God, from the Pilgrims through the Whitcoff revival, which Benjamin Franklin, Whitcoff, he published all the stuff for Whitcoff. That's what the movie's about. And he was in a divide because he was in the secret handshake clubs. You mentioned Pike and things like that, who came in the 1800s, not 1700s. In fact, the revival that followed the signing of the Constitution and the Revolutionary War was the Finney revival. And there are accounts out there